Tuwing huling araw ng linggo ng buwan ng Enero ay ginugunita ang World Leprosy Day. At kahit Miyerkules pa lang ngayon, ay may libreng telemed na tayo patungkol sa sakit na leprosy o ketong.
Kaya naman, makakasama po natin ngayon dito sa Sanhi DOK si Dr. Regan Reyes, ang Section Chief ng Venerology Department of Dermatology. Good morning, Doc. Welcome sa Rise and Shine Pilipinas.
Good morning, Doc.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
Doc, ano po ba ang ketong? Like, ano po ba to? Viral illness po ba ito? O inborn illness po ba ito? Baka maaring ikwento nyo sa amin. Ano po ba ito?
Okay. Hansen's disease or leprosy is actually a bacterial infection. No? It is not a highly contagious disease since only a small percentage of persons exposed to the bacteria will actually get sick because our immune system naman can actually get rid of the bacteria once it enters our body. What it actually needs is repeated exposure that is actually required before one to be infected. And it's actually transmitted from respiratory droplets, no, from the nose and the mouth. And the incubation period can last from 2 to 10 years. That's why those that are infected can actually present with symptoms after a few years pa.
Okay, Doc, ano po ang origin nito? Saan po ito nagmula, itong bacteria nitong ketong?
Okay. The bacteria is Mycobacterium leprae. It is an acid-fast bacillus, no? So they say that it can be found among armadillos because they are known reservoirs. So if mapapansin niyo, one of the risk factors for Hansen's disease or leprosy would be those that are exposed to animals like armadillos. Other people at risk to develop this disease is actually those with close contact. So since we need repeated exposure for us to be able to get leprosy, so those persons with close contact among persons with leprosy, so those yung makasama nila sa bahay, they're actually at risk.
Wow.
And another one would be those living in endemic areas. So some areas in the Philippines are actually endemic for leprosy. Those with poor conditions and those with low immune function, so sila yung mga talagang madalas makakuha ng sakit na ito.
Okay, Doc, usually kasi pag sinabing ketong o leprosy, full-blown na po ang sintomas nito, di ba? Ito na yung makikita natin sa balat and all. Pero meron po bang mga warning signs or mga simple symptoms na dapat to watch out for para malaman natin mga ka-RSP? Anong gagawin kung biglang ito na mukhang mag-uumpisa? Di ba? Kasi ang incubation is years, Doc.
Yes. So usually it has a lot of clinical manifestations, no? So most of the manifestations are usually on the skin, but sometimes the peripheral nerves can also be affected. So on one end of the spectrum, it can actually present with mga patsi-patsi na puti sa balat, and it is usually anesthetic, so walang pakiramdam yung patsi na yun, no? It can actually be mistaken as a ringworm or even an eczema on one end of the spectrum. On the other end of the spectrum, it can actually present with nodules sa balat or yung mga bukol-bukol that are usually generalized. So once we see that, that's actually the pinakadulo na ng spectrum, meaning yun na yung parang pinaka-severe type of leprosy. In dermatology, we usually follow 3 cardinal signs for us to be able to diagnose leprosy. So number 1 would be an anesthetic or hypoaesthetic lesion, meaning yung lesion sa balat actually has walang pakiramdam. Number 2 would be enlarged peripheral nerves on the body, and last would be the demonstration of acid-fast bacilli upon slit skin smear. So any of those 3 cardinal signs can actually pinpoint for us to say that this patient actually has leprosy or Hansen's disease.
Okay, Doc, no, kung maalala natin, even sa Bible, nung araw pa meron na itong sakit na leprosy. Nabanggit din itong ketong na ito sa Biblia. Pero ganun pa man, ngayon sa modern times, 2023 na po, paano po ba ito ginagamot? At gaano po kahaba yung itatagal bago ito completely magamot?
Okay, so they actually studies have found out that leprosy has been here before Christ pa. So leprosy has been found in the Middle Eastern countries, and they think from Egypt, no? However, treatment for leprosy is actually free. It is readily available. And treatment usually lasts mga 6 to 10 months. And patients will usually have to take 2 to 3 antibiotics together.
Wow.
So it will last around 6 months to 1 year, sometimes 2 years. But the good thing is that it's actually free and it's readily available among certain hospitals in the Philippines.
Okay, Doc, paano if it's left untreated? Ano po ba ang maaring mangyari o komplikasyon? Aside from yung clinical manifestation na nakikita natin sa ating mga balat, ano pang maaring mangyari sa pasyente, Doc?
So affect the skin, no, it can also affect the nerves. So it can actually cause nerve damage. So for the skin, it can actually present with skin lesions na bawas yung pakiramdam, bawas yung pagpapawis, or nawawala yung hair. So nawawala na hair growth. So it can actually present with absence of hair on the eyelids and eyelashes. We call it madarosis. Pwede magkaroon ng chronic ulcers on the fingers, the hands, and the feet. It can also lead to constant redness of the eye from irritation or dryness. Pwedeng mag-collapse yung nasal bone natin, no? And then for males, it can actually present with enlargement of the breast or gynecomastia. And yung pinaka-nakakatakot nga would be the disfigurement and deformities on the fingers and toes.
Okay, Doc, well, yung population po natin ngayon, nasa 113 million na tayo mga Pilipino. Parang hindi na pag-uusapan masyado itong ketong. Konti lang po ba ang mga Pilipino na nagkakaroon nito?
We actually still see some patients, no, especially those in areas that are far-flung. So, yun nga lang kasi it's actually difficult to diagnose. That's why our society, the Philippine Dermatological Society, are trying to help, no, even health practitioners or general practitioners to be able to identify kagad if this lesion can be probably a leprosy lesion.
Pero alam nyo, kapag sakit sa balat kagaya ng ketong, so nagsusugat siya. Dok, ito po ba nag-iiwan ng marka? At paano po ito matatanggal?
Okay. Leprosy, unlike the other eczemas, they actually don't leave marks or peklat.
Okay.
But there's one medication, dun sa tatlong medication that is usually free for leprosy. We call it clofazimine. It can actually cause dryness of the skin, and it can actually cause red to pinkish discoloration upon initiation of the medication. Pero pag nagtagal, it can actually cause brown pigmentation. So parang medyo nangingitim yung patient. However, the good thing about this is once you stop treatment or once you finish treatment with clofazimine, the normal color of the patient will come back. And that, of course, there are a lot of lightening agents available in the market, but it's better, of course, if you just finish treatment for leprosy, to consult your board-certified dermatologist first before ka mag-try ng mga lightening agents na available sa market.
Okay, Doc, itong sinasabi nyo na treatment, pang simple siguro ng mga manifestation lang ng leprosy, pero paano kung naging full-blown na po ito? At talagang makikita natin na bukol-bukol. At yung bukol-bukol, maari pa po ba itong bumalik sa normal?
Yes, on one end of the spectrum, yung mga maliliit lang na lesions, no? And then on the other hand would be yung talagang bukol-bukol na generalized. But the treatment is actually the same. It's still 2 to 3 antibiotics taken together for 6 months to a year, and sometimes it can be extended for 2 years. And yes, people usually recover from leprosy, even if kahit yung mga bukol-bukol na talaga na symptoms yung lumabas sa kanila.
Ang galing, at least may treatment na, no? And may way to actually stop it from spreading.
Yes.
Okay, ang inyo pong mensahe sa ating mga kababayan, sabi nyo nga, doon sa mga malalayong lugar, nangyayari po ito, nagkakahawaan nito. Paano po ito maiiwasan?
Okay, so yun nga, as we celebrate World Leprosy Day, on Sunday, January 29, so I'd like to share and use this opportunity to share to our viewers the key messages that, number 1, leprosy is curable. Number 2, treatment is free and readily available. And number 3, we need to be informed and educated, because education is one of the most important means for us to be able to end the stigma of leprosy.
Malaking bagay na pinag-uusapan natin ito ngayon, Audrey. Maraming salamat po, Doc. At maraming salamat sa libreng talamed, Dr. Regan Reyes, ang Section Chief Venereology Department of Dermatology. Stay safe po, Doc.
Thank you.